So I am prospecting, and this is just for the team. So we're going to keep this in house. But I'm using the Brivity dialer, and I just had a great conversation. I wish I was recording, but that's not the way it works. Oops.
The number you have dialed is not in service. Please check the number and try again. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, that registered. 919. Let's go ahead and quickly put them on listing alerts. Oh, we didn't get that was for his mother. So let's see if he's in I didn't get his address. Real quick, we're going to do this. I should have done this earlier. Sometimes you forget to do things. So I'm going to look here. I'm going to go here. Here. See what comes up. Marcel, there he is. 311 Old Newton Road. Nice. So at any time, this is what you would do if you fail to get their phone number. You take a 30 seconds or their address, rather. Right? Now we have his address in there. We're fully stocked with all the information that we need to make this his home. Perfect. Now I can go over here, put him on a listing alert, right? Oh, these are listing alerts. Yeah, I must name the report. Okay, that's the listing alert. The term of map. Oh my gosh, would you term or map? This is not. Oh, you know what's happening here? Yep, let's do this. Holy shit, this is not working. All right. I think I need to go off of this. This is really becoming a pain in the ass, but that's okay. Some things are a pain in the ass, and we just have to deal with it, right? I'm going to go back here to listing alert. Let's go to listing alerts. That's what we were just in. It's not pulling in his address, which this is the reason why it's not working. So we're going to hold off of that, and we're just going to go give him market reports right now. It's pulling in his address. I'll come back to that. We got him on an auto plan. We put him on an auto plan. He's good to go. I've got a note to, yeah, we'll get that all taken care of. Okay. Now we're going back over here. We had a great conversation. Put all my notes in there. Joel Morales. Hey, Joel. Joel, it's Eric Melnikoff, Keller Williams Realty. You spoke to one of my agents, I believe, a couple days ago, last week. Um, I just wanted to touch base and introduce myself to you. I'm the operator of the company here, and just make sure that what I'm seeing here on the computer is right. You're looking for a two-family house under 500 or around 500. Yeah. Okay. Um, what area are you looking in? I don't have really good notes here, and I wanted to make sure. The reason why I'm calling Joel is we have been doing this for 2 decades. I have currently right now probably about 60 or 65 off market sellers who are not ready yet to sell, but are getting ready. And most are open to entertaining private offers, kind of like off market. Um, if it makes sense for them and makes sense for the buyer, then why not? Why not have, sole access to a property that no one else is looking at, right? Need a little bit more information though. What areas are you looking at?
Really right now, just like Elmwood Park and Fairlawn.
Okay, Elmwood Park and Fairlawn. Are you currently up in that area?
Yeah, I'm friends.
Okay, so you're local. And looking to live in it and rent the other unit out, or are you looking to make it a sole investment property?
A little bit. I'm trying to look at two family, like it would be like, obviously like a first and second floor, but it'd be like for me and my parents.
Oh, okay, so you would live in a unit and they would live in another unit?
Yeah.
Okay, live in one unit. And are you currently renting or do you own?
Okay.
You rent, okay. Um, okay, another unit, okay. How long you been looking for, Joel?
Right?
How long have you been looking?
Not long at all, actually.
Just started out, pretty much?
I'm always like have my eyes open to go look around and see what's out there,
Sure.
but I never actually like don't feel like a real or anything.
Okay, so you're not in a relationship with a realtor. You're not committed to any one particular realtor. You're still dating, so to speak, right? Oh, okay. Um, with respect to the property, um, do you have a requirement as far as the bedrooms and bathrooms in each unit?
Um, like with bedrooms on each unit would be a minimum of two. You know, minimum of two.
Okay. Minimum two in each unit.
I mean, would love three on each, but I know that's not easy to find.
Yep. Prefer three. And again, the reason I'm asking is so when I'm going through my database, like I said, we have 5 dozen different homeowners in various areas. A couple in the now if it was in another local there are not many two families in Paramus. Um, but is that something that's not like, hey, wow, I found this seller, he's got a two family, he's willing to sell in Paramus. Is that something that you're open to?
Uh, it should be. I mean, I just know I'm not trying to go like down and pattern thing.
Okay. But your Elmwood Park is like next, it's East Patterson.
Yeah, but like I was just never. I got grew up there. Like I was just never go back.
Okay. Kind of different from like when you hit the lottery, you're not going back home to remember where you came from.
Yeah.
All right. Um, um, that's right. My family grew up in Patterson as well. Not me, but my grandparents. Um, and then moved over to Passaic. So that's kind of where we from. All right, not committed to an agent. And as far as buying it, if I found you the perfect property right now, are you using your money buying it cash or using the bank's money? If you're using the bank's money, are you putting 3.5% down, 5%, 10, 20? What's your situation look like?
To be honest with you, those kind of numbers I really don't know. Like I know like me and my parents are going half, so I'm not sure like what percent of their will go down.
Okay, so
I
and,
won't like it down to like thank myself.
yeah, and so you just started looking, so it makes sense that you're kind of like, well, I haven't really figured that out yet. However, if when is your lease up? Or
My well, my lease was up months ago. Like right now, I'm on like a month.
month to month. Okay, perfect. So if the perfect two family came up, like well within your price range, well within your budget based on what you kind of know, people know what they can afford and what they can't afford, and you're like, wow, this is a perfect house. You're not, you haven't spoken to a lender yet, correct?
No.
Okay. May I make a suggestion? Yeah. So Joel, I would suggest you reach out or at least connect with one of our lenders. There's absolutely no requirement, no cost, no obligation. What it does for you as a buyer, a prospective buyer, it gets you the knowledge you need so that you're not wasting your time. In other words, you could say, "Hey, man, I want a two family, and no more than $2,500 a month," right? Whereas a lender might say, hey, if you get a three family and pull $2,500 a month from the other unit, you can afford X property. And that might open up a whole world of opportunities for you. Or they might say, look, while you think you could afford 2,500 a month, now 2,500 a month is just a made up number because I don't know any property right now that's 2,500 a month. But you know, you may think, hey, you know, we can afford 2,500 a month, and then you might speak to a lender and say, hey, based on your outstanding debt or your parents' debt or whoever's going to be the primary, there's a lot of things that I think, well, I know after 2 decades that you should get information from that lender immediately. So this way, that might redirect your thought process or your search criteria. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be opposed to connecting with one of my lenders to get that information so that you could be a little bit more purposeful in your search?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to like email me for that information.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll shoot you an email. I'll send over the 2 or 3 lenders that we work with, and again, there's zero financial benefit to me outside of actually helping you buy for you using one of our lenders. The reason why we have a couple lenders, the same reason why we have a couple attorneys, a couple home inspectors. After 2 decades of doing this, I've seen everything, and I've narrowed it down to like a handful of professionals that I respect, that I say, hey, you know, like I'm going to give you lenders that I use on my own properties, right? And because there's a lot of jokers out there, quite frankly, you know, and I don't want anyone wasting anyone's time. If they waste your time and then you come to me, you say, Eric, I love you, I want to work with you. They're wasting your time, but now they're also wasting my time. So I want to make it effective, efficient, and I want to help you get something. Fair enough? Cool. So just to confirm, your email is Joel Morales 50 at Gmail. Okay. Let me just make sure. It looks like okay. It looks like you spoke to Amber last week, right?
Yeah.
Yep. It looks like she put you on a market report. I just want to see one thing. Make sure it's focusing on 2 families and not just 1 families. All right. What I'll do is Joel's suggested properties. That's not coming up. All right. I'm going to have to oh, there we go. Edit. So let me just make sure. Daily, we're looking in Fairlawn, Elmwood Park Borough, and we're looking for. Oh, she's got you down as multifamily. She did it right. That Amber, she's good. Okay, so that's gonna, yeah, that's gonna show you, you know, what's out there, and then if there's anything you see on anything that comes to you, by all means, either reach out to Amber. You have Amber's direct phone number. Yeah, reach out to Amber, email, text, whatever, and let's get you a property. If there's anything that you find on your own, right, that you know either is a for sale by owner or perhaps might be listed with an agent, be sure to reach out. Uh, as a buyer's agent, well, let me put it this way: as a seller's agent, if you called me on my own listing, I have a legal and a fiduciary, a moral obligation to get my seller closed after looking for a long time. Most buyers do for a long time. Just because the market's been so cutthroat, sometimes they feel just homeless. That's exactly the opposite. Call me, take care of it. Talk nice to you, friend each other, nice to one another. For all the while, I have an obligation to get myself, so I'm not working. On the other hand, when you work with us, we have an obligation to get you the best deal, to find out all the information on the property, which may help you in your negotiation. So if we know something that's material, that's a big situation, like a defect in the home, you say, hey, Eric, I'm still willing to buy it, but at least now we know it's negotiating. Or let's say we find out that the seller's moving emergency. They got him.
A seller's agent would never tell you. But if I find that out, I kind of have to tell you that, and I want to tell you that, so I can say, look, we're on the fence, it's not available. It is. We want to get you the best deal. Make sense? So, if you find anything, let Amber or myself know. When we find something, obviously we'll know, and for to help you. I'm gonna send you that email. When you get the email, just hit reply and say got it, so I know it connected with you. And then I would urge you to have a 10-minute call with any one of those lenders, just to get yourself some clarity as to exactly what you should be looking at. So this way, when we find it, we can act swiftly. All right, my friend, I look forward to talking to you soon. Yeah, bye.
Spell. So here's what I'm doing there. I'm going to put a task for Amber, not for me, to call to set every agent should be setting buyer consultations. And the reason I suggest that is because if you're the agent who sets the buyer consult and you do it immediately and you engage and it's a good thing, they're not going to look to use anyone else. They're going to work with you. And of course, that's what you want. All right, we're done. He's on that. Good. Good stuff.
Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line and you'll be transferred to the next available agent.
This is obviously a bullshit call, but we'll go through the motions anyway. Hello,
Who's this?
Eric. Who's this?
Eric, how you doing? Well, my name is Tony. I just got a call from this number a couple minutes ago.
Oh, Tony. Let me see something. Tony, my name's Eric Melnikoff. Let me see. I think I have your. I am a real estate agent, and I was reaching out to some people in my database who had recently connected with us on a property, either buying or selling. Were you buying real estate or selling it?
Selling
Which property?
in Franklin.
Franklin. Is it by owner or is it on the market?
I should be on the market.
Okay. I maybe I had interest in what's the address?
I can't tell you that. What?
Oh. Okay, I'll say it again. My name's Eric Melnikoff. I'm actually a real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. I own the company here at the Melnikoff Real Estate Experience. I was connecting with you because you're in my database, and I asked you if you're buying or selling. You said selling. So if you're selling anything, specifically a home, obviously you want to let the world know about it, right? So that's all. I'm just following up with you. I'm not making anything up. You're in my database. You called me back. So I mean, again, I've been selling real estate for 20 years, 2 decades now. If you got a house to sell, I'm usually the guy you want to speak to see if, and we have 22 about 1,800 buyers in the database right now. What is a single family or multifamily?
It's a four-family home on Fowler Street in Franklin.
Oh, Tony, you're listed with Evan.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So I don't know why you're calling me back. I'm actually the operator of the team. You and I spoke on the phone a few weeks back when Evan connected us on the phone.
Okay.
So
Well, I like I said, your number just came up. Someone called me from the.
That's weird. Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? On my calling list, you popped up and I noticed the name. I said, "Oh, that's one of our listings. I will disconnect the call. So this way I don't yeah, I got you here. It says, yeah, you know what it is? In my database, while the listing's live, it's the process is happening, the listing is live. For some reason, it's still coming up as in my database, not on the market. It's coming up as a prospect versus a client, but you're really a client. So let me go ahead and change that. You're all good to go. We already got some showing set up, and I'm sure we're gonna have some good news for you in a short time.
You got it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Take care.
You too, bye.
Okay, so getting off of this. This would make it 8 out of 9. I'm going to do one last call because why not, right? So no answer. We're going to hit the 9 of the 9. Who's this? Terry. Oh, this is a buyer.
Hi, thanks for calling my cell phone. Terry Larson Sharnett. Leave me a message and details, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Hope you have an amazing day. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey Terry, it's Eric John Melnikoff of the Melnikoff Real Estate Experience, powered by Place at Keller Williams Realty. I'm reaching out to you because you're in my database, having inquired about a property. I'm trying to look to see which property it is. In any event, real estate agent search. So yeah, you're online. I wanted to touch base with you. Cedar Knolls, okay, I get it here in Wayne, 3 Sunny Knolls Court. Yeah, I wanted to reach out to you. I don't know if this property it's in our inventory, if it's still available. I'm going to look right now. But we also have in Wayne, I don't know, a dozen or more, probably about 18 or so homeowners who've been speaking to over the last several months who are going to be selling soon, and may be open to discussing an off-market opportunity with a prospective buyer. Many buyers who've been searching find that it's a little bit easier if there's maybe not a lot of competition. Anyway, if this is something that makes sense to you, give me a call back. We can have a little bit further discussion about it. And my direct number is 201-937-0329, 201-937-0329. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Florida, my problem with Florida is
Boom. So that's now complete. It hangs up on me. And now I'm going to call Margie. Okay. Let's give her a second.
yeah.
Okay. Let's call Margie right now.
I know, I want to go so.
You hung up on me.
Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, that doesn't count. It doesn't count. You're well.
Let's do this. I think the names will change here now because I added some names. There we go. Put them on hot. Marcel Perkins. All right, it's done. Call session done. We'll move on to the next. I'll call her one more time. She hung up on me. Maybe it was an accident.
Hello?
You hung up on me.
No, I said, hello.
Really? I'm teasing. I called and it rang once and then like hung up on me. I'm like, that's weird.
Oh,
Technology.
okay.
So now your son-in-law is on. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a life threatening, or it shouldn't be.
Mhm.
He had an abscess on his tonsil.
Oof.
Didn't realize he had an abscess. This is his 4th bout with strep throat. And, they said after the 3rd one, if it happens again, you'll probably need to put the tonsils out. And it did happen again, and chills and fever and the whole bit. He went to urgent care, and the pain was so bad on Friday night. He finally took himself to the emergency room on Saturday morning, and that's when they said it's an abscess, and we're going to send you to Hackensack. He went to Montclair. In Montclair, there's a little a nice hospital. It's
What you mean? St. Barnabas? I mean, Mountainside.
Maybe.
Yeah, Mountainside.
That's his code. And the doctor there said that she could, lance it or drain it or whatever, but she's not an ENT specialist, so she would recommend that they transfer him to Hackensack where they have the ENT. So that's what happened. So he's in Hackensack, and so they drained it and they put him on IV, antibiotics and fluids, and now they're growing whatever it is that's causing it, and he's been there since Saturday.
Wow.
is, you know, he works and he has little children and, you know, nobody will give us any information about, like, why isn't he being released? So anyway,
Mm,
little drama,
yeah, a little bit.
especially, I mean, you know, it's also the holiday. Anyway.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know. Yeah. And your husband's doing all right.
He's doing better. And, you know, he went to work this morning and the way my husband is, he will often text me like every 10 seconds. It's annoying that way.
It's like,
And I haven't heard from him this morning at all. I had to text my daughter and say, you know, what's going on? And she said he went on a delivery with her brother. So it
Got it.
seems like he's doing okay.
Right.
I really expected him home already, so I'm
a little nervous.
pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't too much for him, and he just, you know. So anyway, so we have a little extra window. If I knew he was going to be gone, I would have told you, you know, that you could come over if you were available
Yeah.
today. But
Yeah. Yeah, a little short notice, the days booked, but are you trying to do a walkthrough when he's not there just to make it easier or?
yeah,
Okay.
That's the thing. He keeps saying that he wants to go through what we are calling his room. We have three bedrooms.
Okay.
And you know, our bedroom is normal,
Yep.
fine, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the two bedrooms that the kids used to have, one is my office, and one is what he calls his office. And that room is actually a very nice room. It's good size, 2 windows, closet. But it's really a mess. You know, he has water bottles on the floor.
Yeah.
He's got, you know, wardrobe racks in there that he used to go to work and had to wear, you know, shirts.
Got it.
And shirts that we're gonna toss all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Empty boxes, you know, it's
So he.
quite like that show, The Hoarders.
Yeah. No, that's right.
He's, you know, embarrassed about that,
Yeah.
and he wants to do that before anybody walks through.
Okay.
But I understand that whatever we have, you have seen. You know, it's not like you're gonna fall down dead if you see a
If
messy
you
room.
look, I could tell you stories of things I've seen
I'm
that
sure.
whatever you have pales in it. I'm going to tell you one thing. And my mother's a cat. She loves cats. I don't know if you do or not. She had a couple cats. Now she got one left. And I'm doing this walk through her Montclair once. Big house. Need a lot of work. You know, and okay, I mean, literally need a lot of work. She had a lot of cats, and I go up into the bedroom. I walk into the bedroom, and the bed's made, and there's 2 cats sitting on the bed. I got a little startled because they didn't move. I'm like, oh, wow, oh, those are stuffed animals. She goes, no, that's Fluffy, and that's such and such. They passed away, blah, like 10 years ago, and she had her deceased cats taxidermied and put on her bed. I'm just like, yeah, let me keep walking. You know, it's just like, so I've seen it all. Yeah, I've seen it all, and mostly what I'm looking at is the size of the rooms. I'm looking for any major, obvious issues. But that's it. It's a 10-minute walkthrough. I don't judge. I mean, look, I've seen everything.
I know it's not an inspection.
Nope.
You're not making a list of things that need to be changed or fixed. You really need the specs, the overall specs.
Yeah.
So that you can describe the house or at least think of it in terms of, comps.
Yep.
In the area.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm looking for at this point. So
Cool.
It will take 10 minutes or less.
Exactly.
We haven't opened our garage in, I don't know, a couple of years. There's a lot of crap in there, but I do have the key and I can put the door up and you can take a look. Most of the stuff is gonna go in the dumpster when we're in the active phase of.
Right.
Merchants, they make it quite nice, you know,
Mhm.
there's on the side of the driveway, there's another piece of land. Small, but you know, the people who lived here before had kind of like an English garden, you know, so again, you know, if we do as is, obviously, we will have to price it appropriately, but, you know, you need to see it or somebody.
No, yeah, I want to come. I definitely want to come.
I won't accept anyone else. If you have somebody to delegate who knows what they're doing, that's fine.
No, yeah, no, I do have a team, but no, if you know, you're my, my person. So yeah, we're not gonna, I'm not gonna pass you off. How is it going down South Jersey?
Um, we, we left it with Jody that we were going to do this market analysis up here so that we would have a better idea.
Yep.
Of what we would get, because as I think I said that, a number of people have said that we are estimating in our heads less than what we would get. And so therefore, I don't want to look with a budget. Let's say my top budget is 400. And that's, and we can, you know, and we can manage more. Let's put it that way, you know. So let's first see what we're dealing with here.
Yep.
I am on a daily basis, even several times a day, looking at, you know, things that come from Jody. I think it's an automated thing. And also Zillow, just to get an idea of, you know, how much and what's available and what we think we might like. We're still, flexible as far as, you know, a single family house versus a development, because certainly there are advantages to someplace where they take care of the snow removal and the maintenance and that kind of stuff. On the other hand, you know, privacy and, some other things are,
Desirable too.
advantages,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for the single family house. And all you have to do is, you know, make an arrangement with a landscaper to remove your snow and to do your lawn and, you know.
Right. I mean, no, that makes sense. There's
So-
not, you're not 100% locked in on like an active adult community type deal.
Right.
Um,
And also, you know, one of the things that would be nice to have, at this point, it looks like we may have to compromise, is, all on one level. So, you know, there are apartments that are, or condos or whatever, especially if they're first floor units that are all on one level. We are perfectly capable of going up and downstairs. I do it a million times a day. And he's pretty good now, you know, much better going up and downstairs. So, you know, I think we would be very limited or more limited if we're just looking at one level. So we'll see how that goes.
okay. Well, I do know that the areas you're looking is big on ranches. Like they have a lot of it's kind of caters to that whole. You know, I know I say about last year out of the 70 some odd homes I sold, about 22 or so people moved down to South Jersey, you know, and they go to
Mm.
Tom's River, Bricktown, or wherever, you know, like even further.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
my father bought something down in exit 65, you know, off the Parkway. So it's a common thing. So that's how the migration goes.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, we don't want to go that far down. And in fact, I was looking, we were talking about, there is a train station in Montclair. And wouldn't that be nice? Because Montclair is literally next door to where my daughter lives in Nutley.
Oh yeah.
But when I looked at the actual schedules, the trains from, let's say, Red Bank or Middletown or something like that go into Newark or Secaucus, and then you have to switch to get to Montclair. So it's not a direct thing, and it's probably easier to just go into Newark, especially since the stores are there. My son lives there. You know, but we're doing, you know, we're actively researching and investigating and we're getting there. It's certainly a lot more active than we were last year. Where it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a little
Yeah.
talk every once in a while.
So it's actually an option where Montclair could be an option to move to?
No,
Oh,
I'm just saying that we know that there's a train there.
right.
So if we were taking the train from the Red Bank or Middletown or Aberdeen, I think there's a station, from there north, if we could go directly into Montclair, we would be much closer to my daughter's house. That would be really easy.
Okay,
could
gotcha.
She could either pick me up there, or
Right.
I could take a Uber or Lyft. It wouldn't be anything. It'd
Right.
be about $6.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
Newark, it's over 20. That's still not so bad. So
I got
it
it.
was just an idea.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I just want to make sure I was clear. Who's got the little red Corvette?
Are you looking at a picture?
I am. I am.
Yeah, my first cousin, who passed away actually quite a long time ago, he was an unmarried engineer, and that was one of the things that he had always wanted. So he got a Corvette, and when my brother and his wife cleared out his condo, it was a question of what to do with that car.
Yeah.
They live in Florida, so we took the car for my son.
Mm-hmm.
And my son doesn't have any place to park it because he lives in a condo in Newark.
Yep.
So, we are now in the process. Some people come and give us offers all the time.
Yeah, my brother has the same car. That's funny.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like the same year too. It's weird.
So, we thought we were saving it for my son, and we just recently had a conversation. He says, if somebody gives you an offer that makes you warm and fuzzy, go ahead and take it.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So you let me know. I mean, here's the deal with me. Mornings are tough because I have a regiment where I'm on the phones all morning, looking for buyers for my sellers, looking for sellers for buyers. So it's like that's what I do all morning. Doesn't mean that I can't interrupt that, but the only day I would interrupt that is like Friday. So an early morning, and I get up I get up before everybody in the world. So
Yeah.
I'm up at 4:30, 4 o'clock, and I start working around 7. So if you said, Eric, you can get here at 7:30, 8:30, like that's cool on a Friday. Or later on in the day on Friday, like after 12 at that point. So Fridays I'm real flexible because I hang out with my 3-year-old. And now she's going to pre-K, so I drop her off for 2 hours and then I'll pick her up. So if it was after 11:30, 12 o'clock, then I'd have my partner in tow and my second best friend.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got 3 grandchildren. I'm not afraid of children.
Yeah, no,
it's a bringer.
Yeah, it's not.
The problem that I don't know if you can hear in my voice is that the only time that I know that my husband goes, is absent, let's say, from the house is Tuesday and Thursday, and usually only until noon. Now, if we want to wait until he clears out that room, that'll be about 10 years.
I'd rather not.
I can start making a dent so that he feels like some progress has been made, and maybe he, in other words, if he's here and you show up, we can do this, but he'll be mad at me.
I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look, if and you could suggest this, if I didn't see that room, I still will be able to analyze the property very accurately. Really,
I could offer that. We could keep the door closed.
Yeah, I'm not.
And tell him that there's a window on this side, and
it's
there's a closet,
right.
And the dimensions. The dimensions, as I said, that's I think it may not be the largest. I'm not sure. It may be the larger bedroom. My bedroom is pretty big too. So it's a nice room.
It's fine.
It used to be a nice room, and it couldn't be a nice room again.
It's fine. It's fine. And then the rest, the rest of this week, I have a 1 o'clock on Thursday available. Wednesday afternoon, I can do a quick drop by. But I'm flexible on Friday. 1 o'clock on Thursday, and then somewhat flexible tomorrow after 2 o'clock.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be babysitting my 10-month-old in Newark, so I won't be here.
Awesome.
Um,
A great time.
Thursday I'll be home, but by 1 o'clock he'll be
Mhm.
home.
When's he leave in the morning?
What?
When's he leave in the morning?
Oh, he leaves at before 6. So
Thursday.
that's the thing, he likes to avoid the traffic going to Newark. So he leaves very, very early and then he's off and back by noon.
I'm doing a quick walkthrough. I do a Zoom call. I can do that from the car. I could do it like 8:30.
On like a Thursday?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's 10 minutes. I'm in and out. Literally, like I've left my car running at times.
And I mean, that's what I'm saying, that Thursday, when we do the Thursday morning, usually until like 11 or 12, yeah, that's good.
Let's do that. Let's put in this way. I can take my call from the car. By the time I'm off I'll be up to you in 10 minutes, actually 15. I'm only 15 minutes away, depending on the traffic. But so I take the call, I'll finish it off in front of the house. When I'm off at 8:30, I can come in. It takes literally 5 to 10 minutes. I'm walking through. People are like, "Oh, slow down, take a look." I believe I've been doing this for 2 decades, so I'm like, zoom. I look, I see everything, and I don't miss a thing. So trust me, I see it all. So, but I'm not going to worry about the house and what's in it. And then I'll ask you some questions later about the roof and the furnace and kind of the basic stuff. We'll talk about that later.
In fact, I recently, within the last 2 years, contacted our home insurance guy and explained that I noticed that the information about the roof on our insurance thing says, that it's as old as the house is.
Mhm.
And I said, that's not true.
You always get people.
Replaced. So, they changed the premium a little bit.
Right. That's all right. They upped it. I would imagine.
No, I mean, it's a newer roof.
Oh, so they had adjusted accordingly.
So, yeah, in other words, the roof was not from 1930, whatever, like we redid the roof in, I think it was like 2008 or something like that.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
We'll go over everything later. Exactly.
We can do on the phone, or I can even do a FaceTime with you and show you,
Yep.
if you wanted to take a look at the furnace or something like that, I could do it that way.
Yep, that's perfect. We'll deal with it.
Okay,
All right. I'll see you Thursday morning.
like 30 Thursday.
Yep.
If there's a change, if he decides he's not going.
You let me know. Just let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you
Don't worry about it. Absolutely. Okay.
know. Great,
I'll talk to you then.
okay. See you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.
That's a good area. Drive past you like every day.
Do you?
That's a
I
really
think my
good area.
family lives there.
Right down the block. There's a nice park.
It's a good Jewish community, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
basically, especially right there.
You can tell it's all. Like it actually looks like it's a fall picture. Interesting. This is done in the winter last year. All right, good. I've been talking with her for over a year. See when I
Wow,
started
really?
talking. Oh yeah. Kidding me, bro? It's still her fucking.
She just now starting to sell.
Yeah, she was in April. She was in April 22. That's when we started this new database.
Mhm.
We ported her in, so she could have been in my previous
Longer
database
than
for
that.
2 years. Oh, absolutely, 100%. Which is fine. That's how it works.
Mhm.
I haven't been doing all this contact. These are all auto plans. This is all done for me in the background. This was all done for me. I can't see what it is, but this is the real cool thing about the technology we run on, in that it does it for us. Let's go across the hallway for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just see what's going on there.
I was wondering.
Yeah, it's all right.
Hopefully sales drop.
What's FHA? So. I have a 12:30 meeting with an agent. Who's probably in that room. I don't know, I didn't see her, I don't know what she looks like. Yesterday on our ops call. If you could find out the rules as to a property that's listed in Sussex County on the GSMLS, is there a time restriction on which they have to list it on the NJMLS? Based on your answer, we'll decide if we want to put it on the MLS. Make sense? Sound silly or what? Or white? Did I say white?
Siri, you always messing up.
That's serious. She's a racist. Always trying to start race wars, man. Fucking Apple. Sounds silly or what?
That's how they get you.
That's right. Fucking AI saying he said this. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I have a 12:30, which will require me to be in that meeting for about an hour. Same type of meeting I had with you. A little different. She's an agent. And the idea, I guess, coming in today is, I know you probably didn't talk to Rebecca yet
No, I haven't.
at length.
Nah. She just told me to come in and told her that the last time we spoke, we said to come in. We agreed to come in on the 19th. She said, great.
Yeah.
And
So she's gonna onboard you. She's gonna onboard you to get you into action.
Mhm.
Use the 999 number.
wow. What are those for?
Which ones?
The top ones.
I don't know. What did I say?
I can't say.
The stars?
Yeah.
Yeah, take those. I don't even know what they are. Which ones they are.
2016 cap. What does that mean?
Cap. Let me see. It means I cap. Means I get 100% commission.
Oh, you hit the cap. Okay.
Yeah, those little ones, I guess, are 100%. Highest profit share earner in the company.
Is this for your team?
No, just me.
Okay.
Just me. Some of those are listings, number one in listings taken. They're all different awards. So you're working the wholesale. What are those, man?
These are Yeezys.
Those Nikes?
Adidas.
And what, you flip them on and they're real comfortable?
Yeah, real fun. I was in a crazy rush.
Can you run them?
Yeah.
You can run them, they won't fall off? No, they don't fall off?
I've run in these before. Like in the woods, actually.
Really?
Yeah. They're kind of like all purpose for me.
They look like Crocs, the same material from Crocs. The rubber.
Similar, but not really.
Interesting. So you're primarily going through the motions of wholesaling
Mhm.
at this point,
Yeah.
looking for properties.
But I actually, I finished up my classes. I'm just looking into scheduling the test. I spoke to Nalini, I think her name was. What her name?
Did I put you onto her?
Yeah, you did. The last time we spoke, you said she was gonna get in contact with me, and Rebecca had set up the press. I spoke to her. She said something about CompuCram, which I don't really think I need. I've been like taking practice tests online, and
Yeah, remember, you fail, you fail. You just go
yeah, I
take
just
it
want to,
again.
yeah, exactly. I just
Keep
want to schedule.
rescheduling. I don't know if it keeps costing a couple bucks, but
When I looked, it said like 38. That's
Yeah.
nothing.
just keep doing it. If you fail, don't leave until you schedule. Like schedule the next one, like for 3-4 days, whatever it is. You might have to. I think they make you wait a week.
Yeah.
So, but I would, my wife failed And then if you don't do it within a year, you lose.
Yeah.
So you gotta go
And then you
back.
gotta take the whole thing again.
Right, so either way, the idea is that Rebecca onboards you with Place, even though you're not licensed yet, which is fine. You can make calls as an independent, investor or whatever. You can make calls on my behalf, just can't give information out. You can ask all the questions in the world, but when you're asked a question about the market, about a home next door, that what did that say? Like you
I
can't
can't give like financial advice.
you can't give any information. You
Okay.
can't answer questions.
Okay.
99% of the questions are going to be illegal for you to answer. So all you have to say is, that's a really good question. I'm going to write that down and give that to my lead specialist.
Okay.
My agent. Well, aren't you an agent? Actually, I'm an inside sales agent. Yes, I'm an inside sales agent.
Mhm.
That's your title, right? ISA. Everyone who comes on the team usually comes on initially as an ISA for up to 6 months. We're fine tuning that now. I used to have it for 6 months. Then I went for 6 listings. You watch me take 6 listings. Then we take 6 listings together. Then I watch you take 6 listings, or at least present.
Mhm.
And then after those 18, you're then free to go off. My partners have a thing where some agents are doing, like, you got to set a dozen appointments before you can get out of the ISA position. Either way, it shouldn't be an issue. What it is a forced skills improvement.
Making sure that
process.
you're ready before going out.
Yeah, I mean, look, could you go out on your own? Like, did I do it? Yeah, and I fucked up a lot of deals, and I messed up. I lost a lot of money. So what this is designed is, like, when you get a lead on the phone, usually you're in either, if you're not local, like I'm on Zoom. I'm still recording this.
I think so.